Look at what is happening. We made it. The last day of the 7th month of the year. Give. Like it is a give. Like it is a special question and answer session. And to everyone out there, you may feel free to ask any question you so want to ask. And by the way, there are some of my closest friends and companions have asked, and I decided to go ahead with those ones. And then tomorrow we're going to continue. And then if you're unable to drop your questions in the chat, then I will still take it. So I'm connecting live on YouTube and here on my Facebook profile, my personal page. So the first question I want to answer today that is here, that is being asked is, what has been the hardest part of staying true to myself while building my business? The hardest part of staying true to myself. And let me answer it this way. So most of the time, one of the things I've seen around that is so common is the fact that a lot of people are hypocrites. A lot of people are hypocrites. And how do I mean by that? Like, the you not being able to accept that it is okay for you to start small. Like the societal, how will I put it? The society is expressing and expecting us to show up in a way that shows like if you are up there and that you are unfallible or you have everything figured out. And there is nothing there's nothing in any way tempting or disrupting whatever you have on. Do you know what? So for me, one of the greatest things that happened to me, which is why I am still here standing, is the fact that I did not look down on myself in the days of my little beginning. Now, I remember I do talk about it, the fact that sometimes I will just look at myself. I'll do a video and it's like nobody's watching. I'll do a video and it's like, I'll just ask my mom and my relative, they just want to keep encouraging me. They will just go and help me watch it and they will help me like it just to keep me on. I don't know how many of us that can relate to that, because that is huge. Like, and some people will ask me, oh, stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. You better go and look for a job. Or your mates, they are doing something else with their life. So one of the hardest things that I will let you know that has happened to me is the ability to still accept the fact that it's okay for you to be still small, but you are not going to remain small. So that is one of the greatest and hardest things that happened to me during my journey and in my business, in everything that I've done so far. And I just want to use this to encourage somebody. Your days of little beginning, don't despise it, because it's going to become a hallmark of what you are going to use to begin to remember. When you remember those days, you will know how, wow, if they have told me that this day is going to become history, that the day is going to come when I'll be traveling around the world, I'll be living my best life, I'll be having all my dreams fulfilled, and anything is possible. So I want to encourage you, as you're watching me there, what is that thing you have been doing that is like people are not appreciating your effort? Maybe it's just a YouTube channel, or you do a small quote, or you do a small chat, or you have some small groups you talk to, and you just feel like, oh, ignore, don't waste my time. I don't want to, but I want to thank you and want to celebrate you that every moment in your life that you have taken the bold step to start something big. You can look at it in my family. I am the first person that is going to go the entrepreneur way. All my siblings, all of them, most of them are in the 9 to 5. And so, can you imagine that? That's the fact. And now, let me tell you the next question that I have that I'm going to be asking from the words I've been asked. Have I ever doubted my voice or my calling, and how did I overcome it? I will tell you the truth. I have indeed doubted it. I remember so many times that, many of us don't even know what our calling is. Many of us are not sure. Many of us are waiting for a special, maybe a melodramatic drama or experience that's going to happen. Oh, my son, are you there, my son? And it's going to be asking, okay, what do you want? I want to know my purpose. I don't know my calling. And that boy say, okay, go tomorrow morning to this place and then you will find your calling. Let me tell you, that was not my own experience. It didn't happen that way. It was a case of me seeing something that I just felt passionate about. And that thing refused to go away from my heart. And because it refused to leave me, I decided to do something about it. You know, I told you the story of how I ended up playing the piano. To some of you that did not watch, okay, on the Sunday evening, the live broadcast I did a special broadcast with my piano. And I was, even though my finger has rusted, can you imagine, almost 30 years or 28 years that I learned the piano. Even though the skill is still there, but you know, my finger, because I don't practice often, it's kind of rusty and it's not as fast as I used to have. So, you know, I doubted myself then. So one of the things that I did with the fact that I doubted my calling was the fact that, and how I did overcome it is, first and foremost, I gave it a try. Okay, if I've discovered that this part of talking, being a people's, you know, people-oriented, always wanting to see how I can at the front line of how we can solve it. And that was how I started this YouTube channel. When I was looking at being able to do what I'm doing now, I just decided I'm going to be teaching everything I knew from all the coaches that have been under their tutelage for every lessons that have been taught. And from that coaching, you know, I did Tony Robbins session, I did Brendan Burchard, I did Jay Shetty, I did so many of them. I paid. And then every of those things I was taught, I started teaching it. As many of them that produced the light and the transformation that I wanted, I started teaching it. And little by little, this channel you see that's grown up to 1,000 plus, that was the foundation of this. So I doubted my voice. Then I didn't like my voice. Then when I speak, I used to sound as if it's a guy that is talking. I used to think I don't have the feminine, refined voice that is talking. But then I still did not give up. That is the only thing that I did differently. I did not give up on myself. I kept on showing up. I still continue to do what I feel is okay. Okay? So that is what I did. And then the next question says, what is one personal story I rarely share that shaped my mission today? One personal story that I rarely share that shaped my mission today. So, like I told you, I in the year 2022, I was looking for a gig, IT gig. So, and I was doing everything I could do to just get the job. And then I started this YouTube channel, but I've started coaching. I have done some certification to be a coach, and even did the Scrum Master coaching session, did the certification, did Agile coaching, did the certification pass, and I have all those stuffs. Then, and I was looking for the job. I started applying left, right, and center. I did all that could be done, said to be done, and the job did not come. And it was like that secret inner voice that creeps in and come to your brain and tell you, do you know, I told you, you are not good enough. You are not good enough. You are not supposed to be among these people. You see all your mates, look at all of them, they are getting job. That inner critic, tell you what happened. That day, one of the friends that I do have in that space that we're doing the coaching and training sessions, came to reach out to me and said, Jella, can you coach me? I used to see you as a very confident and very outspoken and very confident person that I would love you to coach me because I'll be having my interview so date. And the lady paid me. So that was the first thing I saw, that even though I have not gotten the job, there's some people in the group, in that community that we are training together to pass and to get that job, that could see something in me that I would not identify. And when I charged up per hour $200, and I did a month for her, and afterwards, somebody approached me and said, why have you not written a book? That was it. Why have you not written a book? You have over 250 videos on YouTube. Why not convert it to a book? And the decision to take that action to start to write my book was the beginning of what you all now know as low data coaching, low data publishing. The data publishing was formed out of that decision. And I thank God today that over 50 aspiring authors who today are now authors who are so proud and now so happy that they were able to connect with me. That one alone continued to be a source of inspiration for me that, wow, thank God I did not give up. Thank God I was able to take that step to believe that this is possible and to start that company and to hire good hands that could do the justice to the work with me at the front end. And so, if you are there watching and you have always looked forward to having your digital asset, you want to have a digital footprint, you don't know how to go about it. I tell you, one of the first steps on how I started my own digital footprint in the marketplace was through the writing of my first book. And it paved the way to so many opportunities that is helping to change my life as I talk to you today. So reach out if you need help having a good, if you want an ebook written, you want it done for you or done with you, everything is possible. And thank you very much. Now, the last question I'm going to be asking that I have here that I'm reading, which is, how did Low Data Publishing started? I think I've already started it. And the aha moment was like, I took that decision and did I finish the story? The story ended that when I launched my book, when I launched my first book, all of my friends that were in that space, in that community that we were training together to become an IT, what have you, all of them attended the launch. And it was from that launch that many of them started asking me to come and train them on how they can write their own book. And that was how 2 months after, I did a masterclass and I taught them a workshop on how they can write their book. And I have 4 out of those people sign up. And that is my story. That is my story. Can you imagine? Is that true? Is that possible? Can that be you? That you stop believing, stop doubting yourself, and you start believing in your ability to figure things out, to show a way, and to pave the path, and never ever tell yourself that you're not able. Because I, standing before you, is a proof that if you believe in yourself, you believe in your mission, you give it every commitment and every action that is needed, you are not going to fail. You will not fail. That is my story. Lastly, what one mistake did I make in business that became a blessing? Okay, I think the way I'm going to answer that is because I have taught also on this platform that failure is part of the story. And if there's anybody out there that you are following or that is showing up as a model, as an influencer, that all they do is they hide their failures. All they do is to come polish, come refine, and they never seem to be somebody that have failed at anything in life, you should run away from them. They are not real. They are not authentic. Okay? So I think it was in the year 2023 or thereabout. So I have gone to do a book for a pastor. And in that space, there were some things that I did not consider when I finished the final manuscript and we're working on the layout. So some of the layouts of the not perfectly fit, and you have some spaces that are not well laid. And so I was so disappointed that I didn't do a good job. But eventually, and we've printed out some of the copies, even though I had to make up, I had to give the pastor some money to offset the copies that we've printed, and did another one, did a good job, corrected everything, and I'll give it back to him. And you know what? From that time, I look at it that, wait a minute, what is happening? And somebody reached out to me afterwards and spoke to me and said, what happened? What happened? This is, I told the person. And that person today had referred so many more people to me, to my business, because I opened up. I did not hide it. I don't say, no. I told her what eventually happened. She's writing a book already, and we are starting in September fully. And so I said that to tell you that don't you ever have any ego that makes you to always want to hide. There is nothing to prove. There's no point to prove. In this journey, the only thing you can do is to keep on improving and becoming a better version of yourself every now and then. And never to stop, and never to rest on your horses, and never to believe that you have reached the destination or you have reached the peak and there's nothing again. That is when it's over. As long as you have this breath in your nostril, friends, I tell you, it is worth giving it everywhere. And if you don't give up, you stick to it, it's going to click. Let me say that quote again. If you stick to it, it's going to click. And today, I'm very proud to tell you that we are doing great, not because of our ability, but by the grace of God that have counted us, that have given us that inner fortitude to run against every potential energy that want to keep us static. So we were able to kinetize our potential. So who are you there watching and you're waiting and you're asking question, how can I kinetize my potential? The first step is to what? Believe in yourself. The second point is step out of your comfort zone. And the third step is don't stop. Keep going, because every imperfection and every failure is going to give room to the success you desire if you don't give up. Oh, I've shot beyond the hour. I normally stag 12 to 15 minutes. And so let me stop here. We can go on and on. I can go on like this and I won't know when it's going to be an hour, but I want to have respect for your time. I want to so much appreciate you, Selim. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, please send me a DM. Adeola Atekoja. Check me on Facebook, check me on IG, and you can send me a DM. I would love to. Thank you very much for watching. And if you watch this on a replay, please share, like, and subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to this channel. Thank you for watching. And tomorrow is another. Guess what? I have 6 days more to my special day. And I look forward to celebrating with you together. And this is all I have for today. It's bye for now. Bye. Thank you, Facebook family. Thank you.